is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin with big news out of North Dakota State University, where President Dean Brashani is stepping down. The matter surfaced today at the State Board of Higher Education meeting in Minot, the board voting 6-1 to accept his resignation. Brashani will serve as president through 2022 and then become a tenured NDSU professor. There's no word at this point as to why Brashani resigned, and it wasn't discussed publicly by the board. Brashani has served as NDSU's 14th president and was appointed in 2010. A local business executive says she's never experienced a labor crisis of this magnitude. There are enough job openings to fill at least 90 full-time jobs, and current employees are having to take on hours themselves. Valley News Team's J.C. Dodd tells us that the challenging job market is affecting CCRI in Moorhead and how it's trying to recruit employees.
35 minutes, starting now.
Do you want to listen to the Beach Boys again? Sure. Okay, Alexa, play Beach Boys music.
Dwayne Hickel has been a direct support professional for creative care for Reaching Independence in Moorhead for 20 years. With the staffing shortage, he is having to work more hours just to cover the care of current clients.
We have some staff right now that are working 4,000 hours a year to try to fill those hours.
4,000 hours a year is the equivalent to working 2 full-time jobs. And right now, the SLS director for CCRI, Eric Hilber, says there are 25 to 30 employees working over 3,000 hours just to be able to get things done.
We've done absolutely everything, and we're getting to a point where we know that it's a struggle for our current staff and our families just because of that short staff.
Executive Director Shannon Bach says they are now offering $1,000 referral bonuses, a $1,000 hiring bonus, and for those willing to work weekends, an extra $2 an hour. But with funds set by state legislation, Hilber says it's hard to compete in this job market.
And we're in such a competitive market right now with unemployment being low, obviously COVID's ending and those things, is we're all kind of fighting for that same staff that's out there.
Caregivers at CCRI are required to have 20 to 60 hours of paid training before they can begin working.
In our field, when retail can offer more and we have to provide all that training, there's less and less people coming into the caregiver field, and that's why there's that shortage.
They're responsible for caring for people with disabilities, and CCRI has over 450 clients.
They are our frontline folks. They are what makes the magic happen for our clients every single day. We don't exist without DSPs. We have to have them to keep our business running.
But with the staffing shortage, there are over 80 people on the waiting list for the 24-hour care CCRI provides.
Unless something changes, we just can't continue to do what we do.
In Moorhead, J.C. Dodd, Valley News Live.
Bach tells us the hiring of caregivers is slowly picking up, but she is looking to the fall for the return of college students in Moorhead to hopefully fill many of those open positions. North Dakota State University's School of Nursing and Williston State College are teaming up to create more opportunities for nursing students. The deal creates a seamless transition for WSC students with a 2-year nursing degree to pursue their Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees through NDSU completely online. The courses build on the nursing knowledge that students gain in their associate degree educations without repeating content from their previous nursing programs. Just as Hutch said it would, temps have climbed throughout the valley, and here's hoping you like them because they're here to stay for a few days. Let's check in with him to find out about tonight's conditions. Hutch?
Well, your outdoor activities looking pretty good as we are high and we are dry. Temperatures warming for most areas. The coolest spot near Bemidji and Thief River Falls where you see the orange blob here, some 70s. Otherwise, most of us in the 80s. In fact, mid-80s up north in the northern Red River Valley. It's also in the mid-80s in the central part of the Dakotas right now. See this band of clouds? It stretches from International Falls through southeast parts of North Dakota. To the north and west, that extremely dry and quiet. To the east of that line, a few showers. Look at Walla Walla, Mike. 113 there and in Yakima as that heat wave out in the Pacific Northwest continues. Unbelievable. For us, nothing that warm. In fact, once we get close to sunset, we'll see temperatures fall quickly into the 60s for a comfortable overnight. Similar conditions in Grand Forks. I'll have details on just how hot it looks, and we'll talk about our next chance of rain and why we have clouds showing up here overnight up north. Your forecast in a couple of moments.
All right. Thanks, Hutch. Fargo's Liquor Control Board is recommending that the liquor license for the Africa International Restaurant and Nightclub be suspended. The recommendation was made after Fargo's police chief ran through a list of troubles experienced at the bar. An investigation continues into the May 23rd shooting in a nearby parking lot in which a man died. There have been calls involving underage kids in the club, loud parties, and a female who fired a gun in the air in the parking lot trying to break up a fight. The attorney for the club says it sounds scary, but says the situations are always dealt with swiftly. The recommendation will be forwarded to the full City Commission, which will decide at its next meeting. Jury selection is underway for the man accused of killing Grand Forks police officer Cody Holty. Solomon Pendleton is also charged with killing his mother during the shootout with police. That trial is expected to last until mid-July. A Fargo man has been charged with sexually assaulting a young girl for nearly 2 years. Raymond Vogel is charged with 6 counts of gross sexual imposition. Authorities say the victim was under the age of 15 at the time of the assaults, and she told investigators the abuse lasted from January of 2019 until the end of December 2020. If convicted on all counts, Vogel faces at least 10 years in prison. A Fargo man's in jail tonight accused of stabbing someone over the weekend. Police arrested Abisaman Musa for aggravated assault. Officials say that someone called police after seeing Musa stab another man in the neck on 10th Street South between 8th and 7th Avenues. Police say the victim is recovering and that the two men knew each other. Jamestown police are looking for someone who tried to steal a UTV. If you recognize this vehicle, contact Stutsman County Dispatch at the number on your screen. It's 701-252-1000. The police say that you can also send them a message on their social media accounts. In Florida, 6 days after a condominium fell to the ground, search and rescue teams continue to work through the rubble looking for any survivors. As engineers and investigators search for clues to how and why it happened, reporter Jay Gray is on the ground at the site of the tragedy in Surfside with the very latest.
It's become a somber, grueling, daily routine.
It is a very difficult scene, and they are leaving no stone unturned, and they're going to continue to do that. But it's been a very, very difficult time.
Adding to the pain and frustration here, growing reports that there were signs of problems with the building years before the tragedy. It's still not clear what caused the collapse. We do know a 2018 engineering review found major structural damage underneath the pool deck and failing repairs to concrete in the underground parking garage. Referring to that same report, less than 3 months before the tower fell, the condominium board president warns the observable damage, such as in the garage, has gotten significantly worse since the initial inspection. That assessment seemingly supported by these images obtained by the Miami Herald, showing cracks in the concrete, exposed and corroding rebar under the pool deck just 2 days before the collapse. The contractor who took the pictures also says there was standing water in the garage.
This is a very tight-knit community, and will remain that way. But officials in Surfside need to be held accountable.
A community searching for answers and survivors.
And the White House announced this afternoon that the President and First Lady will travel to the site on Thursday. Minnesota state parks are seeing a record number of campers this summer, but dry conditions are creating some major wildfire concerns. Fire danger is the biggest concern at Buffalo River State Park. It's recommended you go with small fires, and fireworks are prohibited. While at the state park, keep your dogs on leashes, and alcohol is also prohibited.
We have never seen our campground this full, this early, this long. We are probably our top attendance year ever. So if you're looking to camp at Buffalo River, plan early and book early. It's been.
Open slots are available from July 1st through the 5th. Sign up through mndnr.gov, or you can call the number on your screen between 8 in the morning and 8 at night. Today is the first day of the United Way School Supply Drive. It's a simple way to help kids in need and lift families out of poverty. If you'd like to help, you can donate new school supplies or give a financial gift today through July 23rd. The United Way believes that getting supplies will help kids kick off the school year on the right foot.
At United Way, we believe that all kids deserve to walk through the door on their first day of school feeling confident and ready to learn. As community members, we know that you believe these things too. Yet, Many kids and parents worry about having the school supplies that they need.
Backpacks and school supplies will be distributed at Shields Arena in a drive-through format August 2nd through the 5th. Last year, more than 6,000 students were helped through the school supply drive. A great job. President Biden is in need of some support for his infrastructure plan, where he's hoping to find it next on Valley News Live at 5.
And our weather, very summer-like. This is my friend Larry. Larry has some helpful advice for all of us as we head into the holiday weekend. I'll have that and that all-important holiday weekend outlook coming up. Join me. Weather is next.